Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day, good evening, or whatever it is whatever time you're watching this video. First off, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, please do so. If not, okay, whatever. At least like the video, give it a thumbs up. That'll help push the algorithm, whatever these people say it does. I don't know if it works or not, but hey, whatever. That's what they say, right? So if you watched the last video, you know what I'm working on. I haven't given a name yet, and I've got a couple narrowed down. Project Foobar, Frankenstang, Cobra. I've had a couple people with some inappropriate names out there, but that's okay too. It just makes my day. So today I'm going to show you how far I've got on the car. Me and the wife rolled it together in less than 5 minutes. It's sitting in place. The two halves are married together, but not permanently. I did put 2 tack welds on the driver's side to just kind of hold it in place. We rolled it together yesterday, and it is where it's at right now. I'm going to show you all what it looks like. It's actually in one piece now, sort of. Looks a whole lot better than it did yesterday and the day before and the day before. But now it resembles a Fox body, at least in vision, and I think it looks a whole lot better than it did. So I'm not going to hold you all up. I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to show you my tack welds. I'm going to show you where it's split, how I'm going to weld it together, where the welds are going to be at, and what it's supposed to look like when I get it back together. So I'm going to walk over here, try to get out of this sun a little bit. Maybe let y'all maybe get a little bit better angle over here and show you what it looks like. So without further ado, let's check it out. All right, so here we go. For those of y'all, there was maybe some guys on there, and most of y'all were very, very supportive, said fix it, hell yeah, you do good work, appreciate all that. For those of you who are thinking, oh shit, it's never going to work, there it is. Frankenstang, Cobra, Foobar, whatever y'all think we should call it out of them three, let me know. So, show you right up in here. Here's where I put a couple tack welds. Now this is what I was talking about, spot welds. This is all that holds your cowl panel and your A-pillar together, are these little bit of spot welds through here. You got some down through here that hold it on, and that's really about it. So, with that being said, I'm going to show you up inside the car where I'm going to stitch weld it once the spot welds are done. So the plans are, whenever by stitch weld, it's just one solid weld from top to bottom, just like you do stitches or whatever. So I'm going to weld it from top to bottom inside the car, down the floor pan and rockers. Everything fits super nice. I will plug weld those like they're supposed to, and then I'll stitch weld the inside and under the car, the floor pans to the rockers all the way down. So in theory, I'll never say anything's better than factory, but I can tell you I took all the spot welds out of this car and literally hit them with the air hammer, and they just pop right off the rocker. So the factory spot welds in these Fox body cars, they're by all means not the best. Now the ones on the cowl were super good, I will say that. They were really strong and pretty good size. But as far as the ones down the rockers and floor pans, they weren't the best. The ones that weld the floor pan to the seat riser area, they're pretty good. Those are good sized spot welds and pretty hot. But the ones, again, I hate to harp on that, I keep bringing it back. The rocker, the floor pan spot welds in a Fox aren't worth the shit. Most of them. There's a few good ones, but for the most part, you hit them with an air chisel, pop right off. So let's check this out real quick. I'll quit flapping and let me know what you think. This is where I'm going to stitch weld it. I will stitch weld it from the top up here all the way down to the A-pillar, all the way down to the floor pan. Now, this little bracket right here, for those of you guys that got early Fox body cars, this is something they started doing, I think, in the Aero cars, maybe like 87. They added this little reinforcement piece with these little 3 claws right here that weld to the rocker inside the car. So this one on the actual 93 wasn't even touching, had seam sealer in between it. And this one had like just this little corner welded to it. You can see it right here where it was welded. That was it. And this one had a good weld on it, the center one. But the other two weren't worth a shit from the factory. Now, as far as lining stuff up in here, you can see where the original 93 Cobra cowl sits in right here with the seam sealer. It lined up perfect, and also right in here it lined up perfect. So it set right back in where it was supposed to go. And the passenger side, it's the same way. Now, my tape on the rockers, if you look down through the rockers there, I put that tape on there because you have to jack the floor up. This one won't need much. You see it actually lines up almost perfect all the way down. So once I weld that back in or plug weld it, I'll take the tape off of the rocker where the weld through primer's at, and weld it up solid. I may not do a solid weld on the inside. I may do 3-inch stitch weld, skip a little, 3-inch, skip a little. So you don't have to do it all. It's just make sure it's done strong enough. So that being said, me talking too damn much. I'm gonna turn the welder on. I'm gonna get the plug welds done and the A-pillars. I might stitch weld a little bit on the arch and get that ready, and then get the floor pan set in place. I might have to run to the hardware store and get some sheet metal screws. I like to pull the floor pans up nice and tight to the rockers. The driver's side is fitting super tight. I got a little bit, maybe 1/8 inch gap on the passenger side. Once I do the driver's side, I'm going to start on the driver's side and work my way around up into the tranny tunnel. And once I get over to the passenger side, that's where I'll probably use the sheet metal screws. I may actually use a cargo strap and kind of squeeze the rockers car together a little bit, see if that works. If not, then I'll go get some sheet metal screws and see how that works. So yeah, this is going to be a fun project. As you can see, it went together super easy. I shit you all not. Me and the wife literally rolled the back half of the car from the driveway to the front, over the floor pans, up in the cow area in less than 5 minutes. Fits super easy. Could have filmed it on the last video I did. That's how fast it got done. But I spent maybe an hour setting the wheelbase on both sides. It's 100.5 on these cars, center to center wheelbase. Just making sure it's where it's supposed to be. All these cars are within certain tolerances, so to make them perfect at the factory, none of them are. This one, wheelbase is correct on both sides, so I'm happy with that. It shouldn't dog walk down the street because nothing's twisted and nothing's bent. It all went right back where it's supposed to be. So it should turn out pretty good. So let me know if you like what I've done so far, what I've shown y'all so far, and if you got any questions, you know how to ask those questions. I don't have to say it 13 times. If you like the video, please like the video. Give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, just don't hit F and dislike. Let me know if something I can change, or if you're that one butthole out there that just don't like me or like my channel and always has to dislike it one time on every video. That really gets aggravating. If you're that guy, don't be that guy. At least let me know why. So anyway, let's get this done, and we'll keep on rolling. All right, so about 2 days worth of welding, got everything done. I got the floors welded to the rockers. I got the A-pillars welded to the firewall. I got put extra welds on top of the firewall, lower cowl to A-pillar, and extra welds down the floor, extra welds down the back. Now, for a name for this car, I'm going to call it Foo Bar, because that's what it looked like when I first got the car and when y'all first seen it. And the videos from the first one to the second one to this one, it fits. It's fitting. So I'm not going to talk too much. It's the end of this video. I'm going to show you how shitty the forward spot welds are on another panel I got over there on the rear clip. Just show you how bad they don't, how little penetration there is. Yeah, penetration. So I won't keep talking. I'll show you the spot welds, plug welds, stitch welds, and then I'll step back and show you what it looks like. It's all one piece, y'all. Looks like a car again. So let's check it out. All right, so this is the A-pillar area. Oops, hold on. Let me get my glasses. So it's the A-pillar area right through here. Now, these spot welds here, these 7, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, sorry, 8. Those 8 extra welds are welds that I put in. They're not there from the factory, because Ford, in order to get these welded to the A-pillar underneath with a spot welder, you can't get to it because you've got this area right here in the cowl. So there's no way to get anything in there. So essentially all Ford put in was these 3 upper welds. They used some like maybe early panel bond in between there, but it's more like seam sealer underneath there. It didn't really hold at all. So all the really welds they did was these 3 on the top, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9. That's all that holds the top on there. Now, these 2 welds right here, so I guess there's a couple more here. There's a couple panels under here. They got the front of the firewall, and the A-pillar comes out a little bit. Now on the side, you can see my stitch weld from the inside where it got good burn through, good penetration, all the way down through here on the inside of the car to that A-pillar. And then the spot welds I did, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I got 15 spot welds. I think Ford had 7 on there. So I'm trying to double it up a little bit. Now, let's go on the inside. Get through here.
This is my stitch weld. I started at the bottom, kind of worked my way up as far as I could. I'm going to do a little bit more up in this area once I'm finished. And then these 3 little paws I was telling you guys about, 1, 2, 3, these metal paws on this reinforcement, got good burn through right through here on those right there. Now, this is a floor pan. Now keep in mind, I still had a little residual seam sealer up through here. The floor laid in perfect, right where it was supposed to on these rockers all the way down. Look how nice and tight they fit. Just crisp. So I got a little stitch weld right through here. I got 2 plug welds. Got a nice inch, probably about 5-inch stitch weld right through here. 3 plug welds. You got the factory one I put in factory, one I put in, more stitch welds, factory one that I put in, and more stitch welds, and so on and so on, kind of all the way down the rocker. Now, this little stuff here that you're seeing is this all light surface rust. It's nothing major. This car's just from sitting. Like I said, found out this car did sit outside for about 10 years, so it did get some moisture in it here and there. Now, on the back drop down, this is I drilled this hole out. I drilled this one. I drilled this one. I drilled that one. Drilled this one. I drilled this one, and the rest of them are factory spot welds areas. So, like I said, I tried to double up on the spot welds just to stiffen it up some. Plus, good solid stitch weld down through here. Try and clean none of that up. This one, a good solid stitch weld. Stitch weld the tunnel. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this tunnel only had 1, 2, 3. It only had 4 spot welds in it from the factory. Now on the top, you only have 2 spot welds. So I'll flatten this part out. These right here from the factory, if you look how it's bent flat, it kind of angles up from the factory. So what I did was I just knocked it down flat and then welded it to the floor pan like the early cars are. And then I stitch welded here. Now, passenger side, it's the same way, all the way across. I'll walk over, show you guys the patch I got put in real quick. Oh, look at the A-pillar first. So you can stitch weld, extra plug welds. Got the same nice burn in. You can see it better from the stitch weld on the inside down through there. And those little pawl things over here on this side, the reinforcements, nice good burn in there. Now, this panel is out of the 93 Cobra. The one in the LX clip was rusted out from about here really bad all the way down. So I replaced this. Now, this is your frame rail area right here, runs to the back of the car. You got 6 spot welds that weld this panel to the frame rail to reinforce it. And then I stitch welded it in right here. And then all the way across the top. Now, this piece is the piece that was rusted. There was a hole right here, about big enough to stick my finger through, but it was getting weak all the way through here. So I welded this piece in, kind of took it up here, down through here. I got a hole here that I missed, and there's a little bit right here I got to get. Other than that, good patch. Rest of the floor is just this good solid metal. Now, this back here, this rusted from the rodent infestation, that's the part I'm going to cut out and replace that. That'll be on the next video. So, now, let's step back real quick first before I run my mouth. There we go. She's all in one piece, back together. Looks like Fox body again. Yep, that's an NOS back bumper. So yeah, now I do got to cut the support bar back out. Right now it's just serving a purpose of hanging my vice grips and my clamps and all that stuff. So, but that's pretty much it. So now, y'all let me know what you think. You think my welds are as good as Ford's or better? I'll show you what I think on this piece over here. Now this is the rear clip off the car, the original 93 Cobra, the area I'm gonna put under the back seat. It's supposed to be welded down the frame rail and up the frame rail from the factory. It looks like it's welded if you look at it on the outside, but it's not. So let me show you this shit real quick. This is the original floor pan out of the Cobra. It did have a couple decent spot welds. It had 3. Actually, taking that back, 4. It had 4 spot welds that were worth the shit on this whole area. Now, this is supposed to be a spot weld here. You can see the spot weld. This is supposed to be one. This one looks like it held a little bit. This is supposed to be a spot weld. This is supposed to be a spot weld. And this is supposed to be a spot weld. However, flip it over. None of this. You can see where it's clamped and it's supposed to be burnt through. But the only thing you got one here, you got one over here, and you got these two right here, or these three that I drilled out. And that was it. See this? Nothing. That's the one good one on that side. You can see where it's supposed to have one here, but it didn't burn through. So, when I'll burn the shit out of that all the way through when I weld it on there, just like I did the rest of the car. So when everybody's talking about how weak Fox bodies are and this and that and the other, let me tell you, they're not the best welded car. I'm not saying they're not a safe car, but I can't say that those factory welds are any better than the ones that I put in the car. With my extra stitch welding I put down and the extra plug welds I put in the front between the lower cowl and A-pillar and down the A-pillar, this car's probably 3 times stronger than it was when it was wrecked. So, is that a good thing? I don't know. Are they made to just crumble when they get hit? So that's why the welds are not the best? I don't know. I want to make sure it's not going to fall apart when my fat ass is cruising down the road. I don't need the floor pan falling out from under me, so I don't think that's going to happen. Now, if you're doing some project like this at home and you wanted to put subframes on it, front subframe connectors, peace of mind maybe. I'm not going to do that because I have faith in how I've done it. But that's just me. If you're doing one like this, wish you the best of luck. Let me know the progress on Project Food Bar so far, what you think. Did I do it the right way? Should I have tried to cut it through the A-pillars or through the rockers? Personally, I think this was the correct and only way to do this particular car, and I'm happy with it so far. This LX was a perfect candidate. Had light front end damage, had some rust in the actual main floors, were pretty bad on the passenger side. So in order to fix this car, I would have had it done a one-piece floor, full front clip, fixed underneath the back seats. So I didn't ruin another good car. I saved a car from going to scrap. 2 cars actually. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for subscribing. This is going to be a cool build. I've made a lot of progress in a short time. I think it's coming out great, and I don't think it could have worked out any better. Let me know your opinion down below. If you got any questions on something you're building like this, you can hit me up at foxjunk73@gmail.com. Or if you've got a Cobra that's hit kind of like this and you need some advice, I'd be happy to walk you through it. Anytime, just let me know. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and let me know what you think of my progress.